LCC Season 2 Draft.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right, so the rundown. Our first, the rundown, the draft format is going to be a traditional snake draft, just like you've seen many, many times before. We're going to give our draft dudes 3 minutes per pick. All of our draft dudes are top lane, so they're going to be selecting from the other roles. Our first top lane draft dude, representing Team Hospitalized, we have TJ. Who's our second one, Jason?
Well, I can't see it, so you better.
Okay, well, the second draft dude, representing the Discord Kittens, it's Psychotikk. Our third dude, lining up for Team Bell, it's Bell. Our fourth dude, playing for Matt's alt accounts, it's Duck.
Yeah, you may notice some updates to the logos from Season 1. I hope you guys are enjoying them, enjoying the new presentation. Let's go. Matt's alt accounts looking fresh.
The fifth dude, for League of Liquor, it's Matt. Our sixth dude, actually our newest dude, it's Chaffles for Gets on Base.
Welcome to the league, Gets on Base.
And our returning champions with their newly appointed championship star, it's V for SGI. Alright, yep, I didn't have Canva Pro, so for some reason it
I'm pissed, man. Doesn't show up on my screen. This is bullshit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyways, these are your 7 teams, and this is the draft order as previously decided. We gave them like opposite championship order in order to pick, and so this is the order that we ended up with. It is a snake draft, which means that Matt for League of Liquor and Psychotikk for DK, they're gonna end up with the double picks. But enough of me talking about the teams. Let's get into our players, and let's start with our newest players, the rookies. Jason, tell me about the rookies. You know a lot of these guys.
Yeah, I know a lot of these guys personally. In the top lane, we've got 2 different Tylers coming in, Psychotikk and TJ Elson. Both coming in as rookies to the LCC, along with Chaffles. I think Chaffles is the longest standing player out of the 3 of them. He's going to be bringing a lot of experience to whatever team he is captaining, which is Gets on Base. Welcome to the league. Looking into the jungle, Impro, Whisper, and Whittle. I'm only familiar with Whisper personally. Impro made a short stint in the last season as a substitute player, but now welcomed in as a fully formed rookie to his seat. I'm going to be looking to see what they can bring to the jungle. I think Whisper is going to look to work with his team a lot. For the mid lane, we've got a lot of returning players, even though we do have some role swaps in that role. Clone, the only new addition. Most of our additions are in AD carry and support, so it's going to be really exciting seeing what the bot lane cooks up this season. Hopefully we're going to have a little bit less Samira and Jhin. Please, God. Some of the highlight players to look out for are definitely in the AD carry role. They are going to be likely early pickups, looking specifically at Hope and Sexy. In the support role, we've got Abraxo, Bassoon, Drusif, and Jags. I think Jags, you might be looking at an early round pick as well, but support role typically doesn't get a lot of priority during a draft, so that may come later on. But big excitement around our rookies coming into this season. We've got 20 returning players and 15 new players making up our 7 teams for a total of 35. Really good to have every single one of you.
Yep, and if you got an ad break, welcome back. I do apologize. Really quickly, I'll make a quick comment on ads. I have to run them because Twitch. But just like Psychotikk has said in the chat, sub and you get no ads. So that's the only thing. I literally cannot take them off the channel. It's so stupid. So I apologize, but the VOD will not have them in. So let's skip forward and talk about the entire field, the class, if you will, as a whole. And like I said, we've got all of our top laners. Those are our draft dudes. So a lot of the analysis today isn't going to be on them, but we can't forget about them. As the subscription comes in, he's tired of the ads.
Get those Prime subs in.
And so, but yeah, like we have a lot of familiar returning faces. The entire roster of SGI is coming back, and then we had some fracturing of some of our teams later on, but a lot of these names should look familiar to most of you guys. And so with all of that being said, Jason, are we officially ready to get the draft started?
I do believe we are prepared. Let me get the captains ready for a second.
Steve is tall with the subscription. Thank you, Steve. Let's freaking go, gamers! Let's go. Absolutely.
I've got readies coming through. I got 3.
All right.
4.
Let's do
Let's
it.
take it to the next slide, and it looks like they're getting ready. So. Oh. No. What?
Where's all this?
What?
What's happening?
What the fuck?
There it is. All right. So we got our draft set up. Now, one thing that we haven't talked about on stream, but we have agreed upon kind of with all of the draft dudes and with the tournament organizers is that SGI being a French team, having French players, it does make it difficult because of the time zone difference. So we have signed what we are calling the French Compromise, which allows V, Lucky, and Jazz, our 3 French compatriots, to stay together on the same team. Now you'll see that this does determine where they go in the draft, meaning that V will not have quote unquote a pick until the 16th overall position in the slot, positioned in the draft. So that's how this works. And again, if you look at the numbers, the way it goes, it's going to be very snake-like, starting with Matt going from left to right over to Psychotikk, and then dropping down to Psychotikk again and going from right to left. And you'll see it get filled out as it goes on. It is the French Compromise. Already the memes coming down in chat. Surrender incoming. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So,
right.
Jason,
drop in with our captains and get them all started.
Absolutely. So Jason is going to go and get the timer started. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Not off, just down. And yeah, we're almost here, guys. Can I move you? Yeah, let's put you here. That's better. I like that. Boom. All right. So, yeah, it's all down to what Matt decides is going to be first. We're going to be doing we're going to be doing a lot of like draft analysis, Jason and I over here. Jason, do we have the timer started for them, or is Matt on the clock?
We are live.
Okay,
Our
awesome.
first pick overall is Hope. I don't think anybody will be shocked.
Okay, so Hope is selected first overall.
And our SGI's lucky second pick is Lucky.
So Hope selected first overall. He came in and he played for Matt's alt accounts as the mid laner in the semifinals. He had a really good showing as mid laner, but then surprising everybody by signing up for the carry position today.
Oh, can we throw our music back on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, I can't hear the stream. That makes sense. I'll sit in silence.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see what Bell goes with here with the third pick. Bassoon with the subscription. Thank you.
Likely to see another 80 carry or mid laner pickup. Could be looking to pick up our sexy early on. I expect. I would be shocked to see him not go in the first round.
I think, Jason, I think we're looking at you getting picked here.
And I think you are correct. I am the 3rd overall pick for Team Bell. I'll be a proud representative of Team Bell. Back to 3 minutes on the clock. Looking for our fourth pick from Duck to start off Matt's alt accounts. We've got an AD carry pickup, a mid laner pickup, and then another mid laner pickup.
So, I Hope was the new blood on the block getting picked up. He looked really good in the playoffs, but Jason was the best performing mid all of the regular season last year, even though they weren't able to get a win. So to go early is not surprising. And our Sexy being selected by Matt's alt accounts, that is the hot news coming in. 3rd or 4th overall, I suppose, because Lucky is there. So the 4th overall pick, our Sexy being selected to Matt's alt accounts. And this, Jason, is exactly how I thought 1, 2, 3 was going to go, but I think the draft totally gets blown wide open from here forward. It could go anywhere. Team Hospitalized really, they're going to want to prioritize their other carries, so this could be another bot lane. It could be our 3rd of 7 bot laners getting picked up here.
All right, our next pick coming through for Team Hospitalized on TJ Elson. Agatio, another 80 carry pickup. So we have 3 80 carries out of the pool already.
Congratulations, Agatio, going as a first round, essentially a lottery pick here. Yeah, absolutely. And so the carry position does go, and we see Jazz is here as well at 13th. So already that's 4 of the 7 available bot laners taken off the board.
Highly contested position for sure. I expect we'll see a lot of focus onto the mid and AD carry positions since top lane has already been locked down to fill out the rest of your carry lineup. There's a lot of parity between support and junglers, and arguably the most variance in those roles. Get the hell out of here. Hold on.
Yeah, ban that guy. Ban. I got him.
Yeah, good. I'm doing 3 other things.
Slammed with a ban hammer.
So get that fucker out of here. Foxy, can't wait to be pick number 28. Somebody's got to be pick 28. I didn't really want to type it in the chat because I don't think it looks good on text. But part of this is somebody's going to be last picked. There's just a fact. And yeah, unfortunate, but true for somebody.
So here's the thing about being... Okay, if you're pick 28, you get to play with Hope, okay? If you're pick 27, you get to play on SGI. Like, yes, I get it, right? Maybe it doesn't feel super good to be last, right? And if you're pick 28th, you're literally not picked, right? But getting to play on League of Liquor, who made it to the finals, with Matt, who is a proven quantity in the top lane, and Hope, who is hands down the best player.
Hold on, Ian. Tisma is not pickable, correct?
That is Lucky.
Lucky is not pickable.
Yeah.
I need to make a rule. All right, taken care of.
Yeah, cleared up. Oh, Clone. Clone is going to be selected here. First rounder.
Whittling down the mid lane pool.
So actually an off-role player. He signed up as jungle and moved over. And what does he do? He gets on base. Okay. He's not flashy. He's not special. He doesn't sell tickets. But what does he do, Jason?
He gets on base, Ian. That's fucking right.
So here we go, and now we've got Psychotikk with the double pick, our first kind of bounce pick here in the draft. I've got my hopes up that
opportunity for him
that one of these will be me, but we'll see.
Yeah, have you played with Psychotikk before?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, once or twice.
I'm hopeful. Hey, we had a hype train.
What does that mean?
Nice.
I don't even know what that means.
So
strong support.
If you either did bits or subscribed or anything during that, you should get a special emote Thank you, you guys. Honestly, what an amazing community. I'm just lucky to be here. And I get picked! Yes!
Jags goes in the first round. I told you he would go early.
I'm worried, but hopeful.
He's worried.
So I get to play for Discord Kittens. That's awesome. I'm gonna be
my team.
I'm gonna be DK Jags. Let's go.
DK Jags. God, I really don't want to put TB in my username. A little bit of tuberculosis humor. Tyler, you are still on the clock for your pick. I've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Jags, we're getting into round 2. So we've got mid laner, or we got AD carry, mid laner, AD carry, mid laner, and a support. So one support goes in the first round, but you have to kind of consider Psychotikk has 2 picks together. He can choose who he picks in round 1. He's chosen you. But he's got to make his second selection immediately again after that.
Yeah, I mean, I know his brother is in the draft. I kind of saw this happening. I don't know who he will choose after, but my guess is that he's gonna pick Whisper here at the 8 slot.
I think you're supposed to pronounce it
Whisper. That's just my guess, though. I'm not sure. You know, I also think, like, strategically the AD carry position, you know, waiting until 21 with so many off the board could be dangerous. But also a jungler hasn't been picked yet, which is a little interesting to me. I thought we would have seen a jungler in the first round.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of good junglers available, and we're less worried. People are less worried about getting beat out in the early rounds for them. Would be my expectation on overall.
And we've got to be approaching time here.
I have 54 seconds left on the clock at the moment. So our next pick will be.
And it comes in, and it's gonna be a mid laner. It's gonna be Simon. Yeah, exactly. So actually going away from what I was expecting. Maybe that's the, you know, brothers for you, right? They like to stick it in the ribs every chance they get, you know? So Whisper left up on the board here, and Simon being selected as the first pick in the second round, the 3rd available mid. Well, lucky actually, so the 4th mid of the draft. So ADs and mids really grabbed up here early in the draft. You can see the way top laners view it. They're going to play on their island, and they're going to let the ADs and mids play the game.
They want strong people on the other side so they can do what they want to do. That's right.
And gets on base here now on the clock. They've already they've got both their solo laners selected here. So I see an argument for the next best available AD, or they could go for the best jungle, which would really solidify them as potentially having the strongest top side. We'll have to take a look once all the teams stack up, but I see a strong argument for taking you know, the highest ranked or rated jungler here. In my opinion, obviously having a championship ring, I think that factors a lot into it. So there's Blue Wolf on the table. Aztec is available as well. We still have, I mean, everybody in the jungle position, right? So
hold on, I need to
go around the draft. Make sure it's
all right. Taken care of. Poor Eric did not know, I don't think was completely aware of exactly what the names were for each of our French compromised players, because names that display here do not match their summoner names because they are playing on a different server than their official account is.
True.
Unfortunate miscommunication. I hope that doesn't hurt him too much. Our next pick has come through.
Oh, it's going to be Ganja Green. Okay, so yes. Okay, Ganja Green. So this is a player I actually have no idea about. I don't know anything about this player. They Yeah, no, they signed up a little bit later, but to go early in the draft is super interesting to me, and I'm definitely looking forward to how they play out. But Chaffles has left their support and jungle roles later in the draft.
Yeah, so I might argue that they're the least important, but I think every member of your team is important, and we're gonna have to see how that plays out for them.
But yeah, and Joe has a great point for me, and that is, what do we know about Ganja? He's not flashy, he doesn't sell tickets, but what does he do, Jason?
He gets on base,
That's right.
and that is what matters at the end of the day. Eric is coming in here with a very statistics-driven analysis, and Ganja Green fits the MO.
And he's green, and he's a
in.
green team, so it fits.
Our next player,
Abraxo. Okay, so Agateo and
That makes our
Abraxo
first
going
10
early.
picks.
AO names in the bot lane. That's a very strong bot lane. To me, that looks like a bot lane that could definitely be very strong. And Empro selected for Matt's alt account. So Agateo and Abraxo looking good so far. I had Abraxo as the highest ranked support. So a good pickup there. And Team Hospitalized secured their bot lane.
I think this could be a smart pinch to keep Hope from playing with Empro again. They showed up in the finals last time, and they proved to be a strong duo. We saw in the highlight play when Empro survived on Zac and managed to get his counter kill. Congrats to him going in the second round. We have our first 10 picks locked in.
Yeah, absolutely. And the draft is starting to really come together, these teams. And so these are the decisions, I think, the second and third round. By the time we get to the fourth, it's all about filling in with best available. But where they go now determines a lot. And so Duck, Sexy, and Empro, the makings of a strong team. Strong jungle top with a bot laner that should be able to definitely, hold their own into some of these lanes. We'll have to see what the other side of his lane ends up looking like. And Bell is going to select Inferno here. And so back-to-back picks we have then. So Bell selecting Inferno. So it's Bell, Cerelius, and Inferno as the three carries for Team Bell. SGI picking up Jazz here. Jazz had a great finals, almost winning finals MVP, but unfortunately having a Kog'Maw game.
Unfortunately, having a friend that was popping off too hard.
Yeah, there was just one bad Kog'Maw game, but other than that, it was awesome. So locked in here for SGI, and League of Liquor selecting Whisper on the bounce back. So Whisper going in the second round here as the second jungler overall, skipping over Blue Wolf and Aztec. I'm a little surprised about. So we've got Matt, Hope, and Whisper. I mean, that's a great team right there. And to get the 15th pick, I think this League of Liquor team is really starting to come together.
Yeah, we are definitely putting together some teams here. So I wish I had a real-time distribution of the types of players that have been picked, but over here on my form I do have, I can estimate, so I got 5 junglers left, 1 carry available. Only Rhea Miso has not been picked up out of the 80 carry pool, so we have that's so one of these teams doesn't have an 80 carry, and they will definitely be taking Rhea Miso.
It's team
largely open.
No, who is it?
And I have our next pick.
Oh, it's DK. Okay.
Soon. Quickly followed by Blue Wolf. Many people said that it would not happen,
but he returns.
Has returned. Blue Wolf has been locked in. Chestnut is still on the board. Will he make it back around to the 27th pick? We did a player draft. We said that teams could not come back together. We enforced the French compromise, and they still pick up Blue Wolf on the 16th round, on the 16th pick of the draft.
Yeah, and Hope and Bassoon locked in here. That it's a very strong team for League of Liquor, and they're gonna be left with not knowing who their mid laner is. We've got Aztec as the pickup for Team Bell. Also a very strong jungler. that means that they're missing a support. So the first, or SGI and Team Bell both need a support. League of Liquor needs a mid laner. Let's see what Matt's alt accounts does here. They're going to choose between mid and support.
So as we're doing this, I am running the draft timer, inputting these names, and then also marking them as consumed on our spreadsheet of players.
Excellent.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But it's going great. All right, there's our next pick.
And at 18, Matt's alt account selects Dorothy at the support position. So it's going to be Rsexy and Dorothy in the bot lane with Duck and Empro, so they still have to choose their mid laner as well. They will get, obviously, the first crack at it with League of Liquor going after them in the fourth and final round.
Alright, anxiously awaiting our 19th pick. Deep into round 3 at this point, the teams are taking shape. I cannot believe SG. I think other teams prioritized what they thought was the right pick for them over trying to block SGI from getting Blue Wolf. And it's interesting, like you mentioned, we don't have many junglers showing up early in this draft.
Yeah, I'm interested. For me, I find it very fascinating that Chestnut hasn't been picked up here. I thought he played like the best, if not the second to best, support. And I am starting to wonder if there's some collusion to let SGI come back as the full reigning SGI, or if that will be spoiled here by one of these next couple teams.
I think it turns out to be a bit of a spoiler for it's good. It's a boon and a curse. Chestnut's rank is unranked and or bronze, and so coming into the draft, they don't appear strong on the spreadsheet. But if you recognize season 1, you know that they put out a lot of good plays, and we're a reliable player for SGI, and have a star. They have a title.
Yeah, absolutely. So Team Hospitalized now on the clock, starting to run down, I would imagine. And they select Whittle
a minute left, but
as
now
their jungler.
Whittle.
So Agateo, Abraxo, and Whittle all gonna be paired up together on Team Hospitalized.
On the spreadsheet, their summoner name is just a Whittle guy.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yep.
That makes their name much more interesting. He's just a Whittle guy.
Chestnut the Goat put some respect on him. Yeah, I'm shocked.
That's right, Lucky. We need some advocation for Chestnut. He is looking like he's going to go in round 4 of our draft, and will it be to SGI? DK about to wrap up their team with their last 2 picks. Who do you think they might pick up? Psychotikk has currently Jags in the support role and Simon in mid lane. We're going to need a jungler and an AD carry.
Yeah, I think snagging a jungler away here and then picking your support would be the smart thing to do. But we'll see what Chaffles does. And Boxy is the support selected. And so DK is going to end up with, I believe, Ryumisu and who's the other remaining? Where are the junglers at?
We have Bug as the only remaining jungler.
Okay, so it's going to be Bug and Ryumisu on DK. And that's our first full team completed. Psychotikk, Bug, Simon, Ryumisu, and Jags.
I haven't had the picks come through, but I do think they do not have options. It will be these 2 picks. Tyler attempting to pick 4th Inferno. They are already taken. So I will attribute you Bug and Ryumisu.
And Boxy just glad to not be picked last. No, of course. Yeah. See, you were worried about it. Nothing to worry about. So our first full completed team, and this leaves, what do we have left here for Gets on Base? We need a support. So who are they going to pair up with Ganja Green down in the bot lane? Jason, what do you think about how these teams are lining up?
I haven't had the most time to think about it, but I think I'm still a little bit in shock that SGI has managed to pull this swindle together. I don't know how they're coordinating this from France, but congrats to them. I'm excited to see who else gets on base. We've got Clone, Ganja, Boxy. Okay, so they need support left.
Yep. There's just Maya. There's Chestnut.
I'm expecting to see Drew go here.
Okay. Yep.
I think Eric picks up Drew, or he picks up the Crimson Yoni. I don't know who's gonna. There's 4 picks left for Chestnut to get taken away from SGI. It's not that somebody has to do it. It's just it'll be shocking that they managed to put together their whole team again.
Well, when we look at support picks,
take them down.
There's only Gets on Base and Team Bell that have support picks left, so it's really only 2 more slots that it could be picked away.
I mean, am I reading this incorrectly? I see we still have Chestnut, Crimson, Maya, and Dahl.
Crimson and Maya are
no,
mid laners.
Not updated this list. Okay. That makes more sense.
So Drew is selected here for Gets on Base, and one thing that we know about Boxy and Drew is they're not flashy. They're not, they're not like real special or anything. They're just consistent. And what do, Jason?
They get on base.
Every time. And
every time they get on base, it's just a little bit of dollars in the pocket. We've got extra games this season. Those statistics are going to add up once you get deep into the season. See our last spot coming through for Matt's alt accounts. Reds awesome rounding out their lineup. Ballistic stealing away my opportunity to take down SGI this season.
He snags Chestnut at the line, which means Maya is going to go to SGI. And we were all holding our breath wondering if it would happen. But it doesn't, and that means that League of Liquor will be left with Dahl as their mid laner. So the teams completed here. This is how the draft ran out.